Okay, great. So what's the Conservatives' government plan to lower the taxes for the general taxpayer as well as small businesses? So Chris, you have 2 minutes at this point in time, and then the other candidates will each get a minute to address the question, and then we'll come back to Chris for a final rebuttal for 1 minute. So Chris, here you go.
Well, I think we all realize that the tax relief for businesses that is provided for in successive Conservative budgets, including this year's budget, is above all for small businesses. It's above all for medium-sized businesses. It's above all for the businesses we see all around us here in Ajax-Pickering that have struggled, that are still feeling the pinch after this recession as markets faded, as profit margins slimmed, and that tax relief, which is going to make our tax system among the most competitive in the world, certainly the most competitive among the advanced economies, is the key to creating job growth. It's the key to making this fragile recovery into something solid. I mentioned the guaranteed income supplement. There's a new children's arts tax credit up to $500 in eligible fees for programs associated with arts, cultural, recreational, and development activities. You all remember it from the budget. And there's also a new family caregiver tax credit on an amount of $2,000 for caregivers of loved ones with infirmities, including for the first time spouses, common law partners, and minor children. In communities in this part of Pickering, further north in Durham, across Ontario, we also have a volunteer firefighters tax credit. Very popular in this country. Very much need to recognize the sacrifice and the work of our volunteers in this most dangerous time. But let's be clear. We can only bring tax relief where we can afford it. It's for businesses first, for families and pensioners second, and then much more is available when we eliminate that deficit, which under a Conservative government will happen in 2014. The question was about tax relief. We all know that you don't create jobs by raising taxes. Everyone is focused on that. It is promising to raise taxes at a time when international capital is so footloose, ladies and gentlemen. If we become uncompetitive in this country, our standard of living declines almost overnight. We've seen it happen in many parts of the world. Even highly indebted countries in Europe, which are facing debt crises, are not raising their taxes because they know what will happen. They will lose jobs. The quality of jobs will go down. Standards of living will fall. And I think Canadians understand that tax relief has to be affordable, but we have to be aggressive in cutting taxes for individuals, for families, for the lowest income Canadians, and for businesses if we want this country to be at the forefront of the economic growth of the future, and if we want to be true to the principles of our growth in the past. And ladies and gentlemen, believe me, there is not another coherent plan on offer in this election for low taxes, for growth, for individuals and companies. Thank you.